r/AskReddit, why would Satan torture and burn the people that disobeyed the same God that he disobeyed? The Bible does not provide a detailed description of hell as a place where Satan tortures souls. Instead, it describes hell as a place of punishment prepared for the devil and his angels, Matthew 25:41, and speaks of eternal fire and suffering for those who reject God, Revelation 20:10-14-15. So in other words, it's God that's ultimately responsible for the torture and suffering. He doesn't. Satan is not the jailer of hell, he's one of the inmates. If you read Dante's Divine Comedy, link in the first part, Inferno, he describes the 9 circles, levels, if you will, of hell, the deepest one of which is reserved for traitors, betrayers, and oath breakers, and Satan is the ultimate traitor, through his rebellion against the ultimate foundation of all religious authority, God himself. How does Dante know anything about hell? And the deepest one of which is reserved for traitors, betrayers, and oath breakers. So that's where Jack Sparrow got it? Also, why would Ki Mundi say there had been no Sith in the galaxy for 1,000 years when he helped cover one up? Why would Galadriel not realize Celebrumber's new bestie was Sauron? Why would all the escaped prisoners from Azkaban still have their wands? Why wouldn't Ross, the largest of the friends, not simply eat the smaller ones? I think the official reasoning is Satan doesn't torture anyone, hell is just totally devoid of morals, so everyone tortures each other. Hell is just totally devoid of morals, so everyone tortures each other. Satan isn't boss of hell, he's just the worst inmate. So, Earth. Well, shit. The good place was right. He doesn't torture them. He drags them down with him. He's drowning in his own despair and wants to take as many people down with him as he can. Oh, he just wants friends, that is nice. According to the Apocrypha, it disobeyed God by refusing to bow to humans, which it considered as beings far inferior to angels. It wanted the humanity to disappoint God, so it can feel like it was right all along, that's why it wants humans to sin. Its hate for humanity did not disappear just because humans filled its expectations. Honestly, it makes sense. I think a better question is, why would an all-loving God put his children in a place to be tortured? Answer: he wouldn't. The Bible never says Satan controls/rules hell. It says he will burn in the lake of fire with everyone else. God created hell, according to the Bible. The idea Satan rules over hell comes from Paradise Lost. People confused it as a Bible idea over the years. Some random idiot in hell. Asterisk, hey Satan. You're not the boss of me. God says so. Haha, asterisk. He loves God and hates the human that God chose over him. Also, Satan fell because he and the other fallen angels pridefully believed their race superior to humanity, so by manipulating humans into committing sin he's proving we are inferior to his kind. So it's a combo of wrath at humanity and a futile attempt at proving his superiority over God's vision of the universe. Satan is a Yandere. Same reason that Harry Potter decided to play Quidditch, you can make the characters do whatever you want when you're writing fiction. Hurt people. No commas are necessary in that sentence. Satan barely exists in the Bible. 99% of the stuff used to describe him in biblical fan fiction. Yup. And there's people quoting the Divine Comedy and the Apocrypha as sources of fact. It would be a hard sell to intimidate and control the masses if they were told hell was an eternity of drugs, fucking, and awesome music. According to the Bible, Satan doesn't punish people in hell. He's actually going to hell to be punished. In Catholicism, the chief punishment of hell is separation from God, and all of the devils suffer it as well. They put themselves in it through their rejection of God. It's not Satan that's torturing people, but rather everyone torturing themselves by cutting themselves off from God and heaven. Satan isn't in charge of or facilitating the torture. God is. The idea that Satan is somehow in charge of hell is not found in the Bible. Because if they had God do the torturing, it'd be even more obvious that God isn't a good guy. Yep, Satan is the bad guy, so the Abrahamic God looks good. At least with Zeus you know he's both good and bad. Satan is divine outsourcing. The world's first 1099 contractor. He'd have to be real first. Christian mythology makes no sense at all. Very poorly conceived of characters, world building is illogical, and the entire motivation for the main storyline makes no sense at all. The Satan character took a lot of inspiration from Hades and other pagan gods of the dead, who oversaw both the good and the wicked and treated them accordingly. Christians wanted a similar caretaker of hell, and so the condemned former angel was a natural character to fill that role. Satan's only purpose is to scare dumb people into attending church and donating money. Ah yes, the devils who were banished from heaven by God for decrying God's unfair treatment of giving humans free will while they were not permitted free will. Wait. Huh. How does one act against God with no free will unless God intended them to do so? To be fair, he did get thrown out of heaven for the same reason. Don't try and make sense of it, it's all BS. It's derived from people telling stories before science. It's a lot of crazy nonsense that doesn't hold up to even a tiny little bit of scrutiny. Why is the Bible, the most holy and moral book, okay with slavery? Why is it okay with beating your slave to an inch of their life? Those should be very basic moral questions it should get right, yet it doesn't. Satan does not burn and torture the people that go to hell. It's either heaven or you just die when Jesus has his second coming. Satan isn't torturing you, God is. Satan is along for the ride with you. Oh, they're so close. He wouldn't, if it were real. All the character of Satan wanted was to help humanity realize that their God wasn't worthy of worship. I would agree with him. There is no devil, only God when he's drunk. Tom Waits. Because neither of them actually exist. They are metaphors. Otherwise the church offers you nothing to be saved from. Fear and power. It just sounds like torture. If you get there, just relax, and look for the upside down pineapple. Because it is misconception. Satan is not the boss of hell or gets to decide who would be tortured or not. He is a prisoner there as well. Yes, Lucifer is trapped there with Angel Michael. But somehow Sam was able to get back to Earth. But with no soul. Because the modern interpretation of hell and Satan are not entirely based on the Bible, they're heavily based on John Milton's imagination and other religions' ideas of hell, which included some powerful being, be it a death god or a demon, torturing the dead sinners. Dante came up with a ton of it long before Milton came around. Though of course he had his own influences.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.